I'm not saying that I don't acknowledge non-binary people. I'm just simply saying I'm going to call you by your name. I'm not getting into the them and they, because then what happens is if I mix up the words or the pronouns, now all of a sudden I'm misgendering you.
What's up, guys? We just finished the show at TS Madison's PHAG Talk tour, and we about to go in here and interview her real quick. So y'all come with me.
Yes!
This 99J. This 99J. This 99J. This 99J. This 99J.
Yes!
Do you have what it takes to be a fag?
Hey, Maddie.
Oh, honey.
I know
You know
it's okay.
Okay. So how did y'all enjoy the show?
No, I loved it. I really did. Most definitely you. Look, my brother, you ain't looking. Power to the black folk. Look.
You see, so you ain't like me. You ain't like me. You
No, of course I love you all the time.
You like the power to the people, Craig.
I love both of y'all. You know, every time I see you, I always show love to
That
you.
motherfucking Craig was about to get his ass
show
whooped tonight.
love,
What the fuck he what?
He
I
went.
may have gotten into a fight, but he definitely wasn't going to get his ass whipped.
Oh, he wasn't gonna get his ass whooped tonight. Baby Craig, them people was finna get on you about that they and them.
They was.
The people are outraged with you about that they and them, Craig.
And they can't
But again, this is why we have our show, because we able to learn how to, coexist with people who have different views and opinions on things. But you were very.
You got a little. It's okay though. I was back there with
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I was. I had your back.
So when you watched the show, right? You didn't think that Craig was getting a little heated because he was being challenged.
Well, I most definitely could tell that you did get a little spicy with him. But especially when he said, "Let me tell you something," you like, "You don't need to tell me nothing." Well, I don't think he actually meant it like that though. But it be like that sometimes.
He took it that way, and I was
Yeah.
like, Craig, no. Craig, you can't do this. See, I'm a seasoned entertainer. Craig is just the beginning
Oh my
stages.
God.
Oh, okay, so he's a rookie.
Listen, I don't know if y'all know anything about Park Heights in Baltimore, but baby, we don't play. You ain't gonna tell me nothing. You ain't gonna let me know
Can she go
nothing.
with this Park Heights shit
right.
coming all the way from Baltimore Park? We are upper echelon girls. We're upper echelon fags.
So in that teacher situation, you would have whipped that child's ass there.
I mean, I don't think he was trying to go to that extent.
De-escalate the situation.
Yeah. And I think we should be able to have conversations and disagree, and meet somewhere in the middle. But you're not gonna try to change my opinion about
Most
something.
definitely.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you.
You're
How
not
you-
gonna make me say it the way you want me to say it.
I understand that, Craig, but I think that you could have took a little bit of criticism a little bit better.
I did, and I did.
You were
I said,
you were a
but my
bit
thing is,
you were a bit
I was.
crass.
I wouldn't say crass.
You were a bit aggressive in your.
I was.
And I was like, Craig, no.
We still enjoyed the show. Sometimes it's okay to have a little spice in the interviews.
There was a lot of spice because
Yeah.
I got a little nervous. I thought I was gonna have to whistle and say, "G, handle that." Hey, I'm like, "G, handle that." Like, bro, just handle that, G. Even though you're here to protect me, you have to help the other fag.
But other than that, though, how you feel? I know you feeling a little ill, but it's all good.
Yeah,
Outside of that,
I do feel.
how you feel about this tour?
Well, we ain't specifically on tour. It's just our residency. And I feel like that we have something that we can give Atlanta. That we can give Atlanta to, for people, gay, straight, black, white people to enjoy and have a good time when they come out. I think I want like this to be a spot that people come to, just to have a good time.
Most definitely. Look, A-list celebrity, okay? I don't know why you...
Good child. Listen, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm just a girl in this world trying to be a squirrel to bust a nut. That's all.
Well, what we just say? It's okay. You look, us black folk been always been taught to be humble, but it's okay to express that.
I'm rich.
Okay then.
I'll say that. I'm rich.
Say it again.
I'm rich.
Ooh, that got me excited
Craig,
a
you
little
didn't
bit.
say anything?
You got him heated a little
I'm
bit.
trying to let you have your interview.
No, girl. I want you to, because you almost got us beat up there on the
No,
stage.
let me say something. One thing for certain, two things for sure. We were not gonna get beat up. That wasn't happening.
Because, girl, listen. One thing about it that this whole keeps me in hot water with
What's that?
is with the views and opinions. That's why we had to put the disclaimer on the show.
Because of me.
Because of the views and opinions expressed on this program is just simply that, views and opinions. And Craig, when you were challenged, I watched you be challenged. G came over and whispered in my ear and said,
you?
"Yes, he did."
I didn't even see you come over.
He came over and whispered because you were so
I was so
engaged.
Yeah. But my thing is, because I feel like I had explained my stance on it, and then
let's bring the people up to context. So here at the show, we were talking about the they and them pronouns or whatever. And of course, if you watch the show, we joke about about the things, and you know, Craig was confronted tonight
In person.
in person.
Why are you laughing?
And I was just like, okay, I was waiting for this to happen.
So you wanted to see me?
Yes, I wanted to see how you were going to react with this stuff. And it was a stage. I didn't pay anybody to do that.
It was real time.
It was real time.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know how you were going to act because it was important for you to know that this is a real thing for people, you know, people's pronouns and the way that they're perceived in the public, you know. And me being a public figure, this is why I stand on a lot of things. Now, I'm glad that you still stood on the things that you believe and your beliefs on stuff. But I'm glad that we were able to say, hey, we can collectively disagree.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that I can't be moved to, you know, change my opinion about something. But in this instance, I don't agree. You know what I mean? I think we live in a world where people start to conform and change the way that they think and feel because it's like you got to go with the masses. Yeah. And I just don't think that I have to go with the masses on this particular issue.
He did try you, friend. I ain't gonna lie.
He did.
He tried you.
You think-
I had your back. I had you. You was good.
I believe it. I felt it. But my thing is, I felt more passionate about the Tesla conversation with the guy who has multiple Teslas than I did about the conversation with the guy.
Well, because you're okay, and I'm gonna tell you why you felt more passionate about it. You're leaving? Okay. I'm gonna tell you why you felt more passionate about it because you have a way that you feel about gender and black. Mm-hmm. And you and I have these conversations offline all the time about how we feel. You're more black than gay.
I get that too.
I received that.
And I'm more trans than black.
Yeah.
Because I've been wounded so much by my own people that I would expect for my people to have my back. You feel me? Like we're murdered at a disproportional rate, right?
Yeah.
And we're always used as pawns in political situations. So, and black people are the first to jump and pounce on trans people's back. So
Queer people in general, yeah.
but
definitely trans.
specifically
Yes.
deeply trans.
Yes.
Deeply trans. And so this is why I have my stance on that. Yes, I'm trans and black at the same time, but I'm definitely more trans.
But see, even in this in that debate, though, I don't think that my blackness is really comes into play in terms of how my stance on this them and they thing. Because my thing is, I'm not trying to diminish you as a non-binary person or as a person who, you know, wants to use those pronouns. I'm just simply saying I'm going to call you by your name. And if you find it disrespectful, then I'm going to call you by your name as opposed to saying them or they because that's just what you want me to do. Because calling you by your name is not disrespecting you. So I feel like you're trying to.
Well, he did say it was condescending.
But how is that condescending by calling you by the name?
If you open your mind up to thinking, it's just like you're saying like, and you may not unknowingly knowing that it is condescending. It's very much so like all that shit you saying. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm gonna call you by your name.
Yeah, no,
It can't come off like that.
I don't. That's not what I'm saying. My thing is, if you decide tomorrow that you want to be called a dog or a puppy, I'm not calling you that. I'm just gonna call you by your name. So like, I have to adjust and move every time something happens in the zeitgeist. I have to change.
But again, this sounds like in the same sense when I asked you the question on stage. You know, like when people say about trans people, like, "Hey, I'm not gonna subscribe to your mental illness," because that's what they think that we have mental illness. They say, "I'm not gonna subscribe to your mental illness by calling you, she, her, and this the other." So that's when you lay it down like that.
I get it, but I think it's slightly different. I think it's slightly different because when a person is transphobic and they just don't want to acknowledge trans people, they don't want to acknowledge your existence at all. I'm not saying that I don't acknowledge non-binary people. I'm just simply saying I'm going to call you by your name. I'm not getting into the them and they because then what happens is if I mix up the words or the pronouns, now all of a sudden I'm misgendering you. You know what I mean? So it's just like I'd rather just say your name and just keep it simple for me. You know, I'm not saying that it's difficult, but to keep it simple for me, that's just what I'm going to do. And if that's not enough, then I just won't even address you at all.
And I respect that. And this is what you get when you come out to the show. It's not just that you have fun, we laugh, but we can be tapped on our shoulder.
Yeah.
It was a whole family up on stage, and in the audience, it was very much so fun.